Hello, everyone. This is Mosef Afkar, and thank you so much for joining us in this new call of your divine uniqueness. So, very happy for your presence. So, thank you for sharing with us this space today. And yeah, so also very excited that Catherine O'Connor is back on the show. Um, Now it's been I think maybe 3 or 4 times that she joined us before, and I just say like every time it's the experience is really profound, very powerful. Like it brings energetically, it helps us to um how to say, to activate some codes within us that can really help us to embody more of our truth, of our um, gifts, and also to help bring that into the physical world and live our life like from our heart, from our soul essence. It's not just, it's not like these are two separate paths, but it's more about the marriage of the spiritual, the divine aspects, with the physical aspects. And yeah, so today's call will be about out of the darkness into the light. So she will be sharing about that and about our phase of visibility and being in the spot because we are called to share our gift, to share our message or the things that we can create and can serve others. And many times we can have fears or doubts or how to say, maybe past traumas that really can make this experience challenging for us. So she will be talking about that. And also, she will answer your questions. So if you have question, you can raise your hand on Zoom app by clicking on reactions, then raise hand. And also, if you are on the phone, you can raise your hand by pressing *9, and you can type your questions on the chat boxes on Zoom and on YouTube. And for those of you who are new to Catherine, she is the founder of Divine Temple, Sacred Architect, Scribe of Infinite Knowledge and Divine Love, and initiated into the lineage of Thoth. And yeah, so with that, Catherine, welcome back to the show. Happy to have you with us.
Thank you, Monsif. It's lovely to be here.
Mm,
It's always lovely to be on your show.
mm,
So thank you.
wonderful. Thank you. Um, yes, so because you chose the subjects about like coming out of fear and really being more comfortable with sharing who we are, with being who we are. So why you chose that in that exact moment now?
Yeah, it's interesting. So I think I was guided to. So a combination of being guided to, and also it's been part of my own journey is really being visible with, more and more visible with who I am. Um, Possibly was easier in the begin, with friends and family. But then, stepping out more into what I do now, that really does require another level of confidence and being at ease with who I am and being visible with that, and also being visible with the message that I bring. Um, and just before the call, before the call, not right before the call, but like kind of leading up to it. I've been really sitting with, why, like, what is this really about? And it comes back to very simply, it always seems to come back for me, anything that I'm kind of channeling or bringing through. The essential core message is about authenticity. It is about being ourselves, and everything stems from that. So visibility, the topic of visibility is really it's a key in our lives, I think now, to be truthful with who we are and to be visible with it, to be willing to speak our truth, whether it's to those people who are close to us, whether it's to a wider community or on more of a national or international platform. Like wherever it is, it really is a key to embracing the consciousness that's coming onto the Earth star at the moment. It's a way to alchemize all that we know in the higher planes into our everyday life, into life here on the Earth star, so that we begin to embody more of our divine nature through the process of living our life by being authentic, by being true to who it is that we are. And that that first step again, like if I go back to kind of like that those crawling steps, the first step is always being recognizing who we are within ourselves. So being honest with ourselves around like, who am I? Or what is it that is really important to me? What are my core values or the divine qualities that I really carry within me that I'm ready to share with myself? And then allow that to emanate into those around me and beyond. Uh, yeah. So I'll just take a pause there. Um, yeah. And as always, this is part, this is me and this is the guides.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Beautiful. And yes, so you said it's a journey because also like from my own experience, sometimes I wanted to maybe jump right away, and then the experience became it was challenging. Um, but sometimes it's I don't know because it can be because it can be accelerating, like things can shift very fast, but at the same time, it's at a rate that we may not be comfortable with. And yeah, I was in the past like jumping a lot, but then with time, I started to slow down a little bit. So how do you see that's experience, or what is your perspective about that?
Yeah, so this is the guides and me. So my perspective and the guides' perspective is that the jump is always it is part of the process. Um, it's challenging to go from what we call separation consciousness or the old paradigm into the new paradigm, which is maybe more unity or more community, collaboration, truth. Um, like it's not really so much of a kind of like I step from one people to the next. It is a bit of a leap, um, and so that leap can feel very uncomfortable, or it can feel like, oh my goodness me, like what's happening, um, and that's fine. That I like that. That is for many individuals part of the process. Not for everyone. It really does depend on your life path and your personality, like or your divine design, how you're kind of made up internally to be in the world, on the in this on this physical earth. Uh, and if there has been your experience, as it was Catherine's, as it was mine, um, then it's then almost like getting comfortable in your own skin again. Um, and once that process is kind of alchemized, once that's integrated, then yes, there is, I think, I know for myself as well, like a call to kind of slow down is maybe not, yeah, slow down, or maybe just start to appreciate the leap, start to appreciate what it is that you have alchemized into, what it is that you have started to bring forth, the truth that you're starting to embody and to live. And in that process of really appreciating yourself and appreciating who you are and bringing that forward, there is a natural, uh, how to put it? Yeah, slowing down. So you're not necessarily kind of desiring to leap again or opening out into like another new modality or a new whatever. You are starting to consolidate. So yes, I do think that
Mm.
that is the
Yeah,
process, part of it, big part of
yeah,
it.
uh, beautiful. And also, what I noticed is that we become maybe more aware of what's um, like different kind of leaves because sometimes it's more like correction, and other times it's we need that shift. We need to maybe shift path or do something new or create in a new way. Um, but maybe we start recognizing if the action we are taking it's more like just a reaction because of past traumas or fears, or if it's something that we really desire.
Yeah, that's very true. So that is part of that road to authenticity is starting to recognize, okay, so is this really truly who I am? Or does this come from a wounding or something that I've been kind of taught at some level or learned to believe at some level, and it's not really real. And it's probably certainly not real in my life now. Like it might have been something in the past that's getting triggered. Um, and yeah, definitely part of that road to authenticity is recognizing those and shifting those. And another aspect of authenticity, or another aspect of stepping into visibility and being truly who you are, I think also is activating some of the codes that have become dormant. So some of the codes that might get activated, like if we're just looking at a stream of consciousness around visibility, is a kind of sense of confidence in who we are, or a sense of kind of amplifying the light that already exists within. So I always feel like there's a double sword in here, because one of those things that is, I think, almost more challenging, like we have done a lot of work in kind of in circling into the wounds or circling into the unconscious. That is what we might call the dark, and starting to love it, embrace it, release it, however we might choose to alchemize that. But the other piece that I think is really important, and this is really key to being comfortable with being visible, is starting to recognize that we also are, that you each have, or we have, the divine within. And those codes of the divine within are sometimes asleep. So sometimes it is around activating those and bringing those to life. And other times it's around amplifying those. And when we start to amplify those, then more of the shadow actually often starts to emerge. And that can be really uncomfortable, because we have this sense that, oh my goodness me, I've done so much. And now I'm shining my light. And now I'm activating this divine aspect of myself. And now I'm beginning to embody the light. And I feel more uncomfortable. And all the stuff is coming up. And I thought I dealt with it. So that is another kind of piece that can often occur. And really, it's embracing that. It's going, wow, I'm really growing. Like, this is really amazing. And also it's having that sense of understanding and passion and love for ourselves, that this is a journey that we're all on. And it's really enlightening. It's part of the process. And to embrace it and to enjoy it, and certainly not give ourselves a hard time, because that can also be part of that process. And so really also part of that that the guys want to bring through, and I really want to bring through, is that we can often be more frightened of our light than we are of our shadow. So we can, for many of us who are in this arena right now, for many of you, for you guys out there listening, it is possible you're in that stage of consciousness where the light that you have accumulated within you and activated within you is ready to kind of burst out and shine. And it's quite frightening at that stage, because often because of past life experiences where we did bring our light forward. And as the guides say, and it's said by many, many people out nowadays, it's like, this is the time to shine our light. We're no longer living in the dark ages. We're living in the age of the light.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Beautiful. Thank you for that, Catherine. And another question is also, we judge like what we are creating, or what we are moving into, by how others are receiving it. And if we don't maybe see maybe what we expect, we start judging it as maybe we are not doing it right, or we may be on the wrong path. And also we hear a lot about consistency. So how do you see all of those?
Um, yeah, it's a really, really beautiful question. And I heard a question similar to that this morning. Okay, so I think we've all heard that judgment really doesn't serve. And I don't use that word very much, partly because I don't think it's specific enough. I don't feel like it really addresses the truth of what's really happening inside. And it also carries quite an emotional charge. Um, so what's really, I think, underneath that often is a sense of uncertainty in our own, or if you're experiencing this, it can be a sense of uncertainty in your own almost ability, or kind of ability to be intuitive and know that you're on the right path. So one of the things that can happen in this paradigm of consciousness that we've entered into is the kind of overarching sense that we all have a soul purpose, which we do, or that you have a soul purpose. And sometimes having, like, knowing that can create a pressure, or may create, I've seen it, like create a pressure on yourself to be on your soul path. Now, the truth is, and someone else has said this, not me, is that you're on your soul path. Like, you are on it. You can't not be on your soul path. It just is. Whatever comes into your life is meant to happen. It's meant to be there. Otherwise, it wouldn't. It's how you respond to it. It's how you deal with it, how you navigate it, that is really key to your evolution of consciousness. And as you navigate it and address and kind of work with what arises within your life and within yourself, this creates your evolution in consciousness. So from that perspective, there can be no doubt. There can be no, oh my God, am I getting this right? There can be no, oh my goodness me, I've done it wrong again. Or, you know, like, I've learned this lesson so many times, why is it happening again? Like, none of that. Like, it's not, it just isn't, because what is happening is meant to happen. How you are, what you're experiencing in your life is meant to be. It is either a reflection for you so that you can actually, so that the evolution and consciousness that you're desiring is occurring, or and it's meant to be because you're meant to shine your light. And if you have like lots of people coming up to you and just smiling, because your light is so amazing, then that's meant to be. Like, so it's starting to really embrace that, and to bring in that real sense of compassion and understanding and knowing. So that's one aspect of it. There's so many subtleties to this. So the other piece I just very quickly bring in is that sometimes we're seeking divine guidance, or we're seeking for the divine timing, or that which is aligned. And really, again, it's listening to, like, what lights you up, what feels good, what you know, what is it that, like, if you have a number of different possibilities, what is the possibility that excites you? What is the possibility that carries the most energy? So yeah, and again, we could go deeper, but I'll
Yeah,
pause there.
yeah, absolutely. And it goes back to, like we said earlier, to self-love. Um, because in those moments that we have doubts that we did something wrong, or maybe we should react in a different way, is the time when we need to hold the space for ourselves. And the more we have deeper self-love, it can maybe become more graceful, those moments.
Yeah,
Mm.
absolutely, absolutely. That sense of heartfelt compassion, or fierce compassion for oneself, is a key. It's an absolute key. And once we have that, we have it for others as well. We can really hold that for others.
Yeah,
And also it enables us, if we're working with that theme of visibility, it enables us to step into that, into being authentic and being visible more easily, because we're holding a real heart space for ourselves. It is the baseline. It is the absolute key. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. And another question is about, there is a belief, maybe limiting belief, that we are not ready yet. And we believe that we still need to wait or do something to be ready first before we start. But many times it's when we walk the path is where the cause are activated or the shift is happening. So what is your perspective about that?
Oh, that's a beautiful both question statement, Leah. That's beautiful. I love that. Yes. I'm just tuning in a little bit to what's underneath that. I feel like, can you repeat the very first sentence you said? Because that was the key to
Yeah.
that.
Sometimes we believe that we are not ready yet, especially if we see that maybe we believe that we need to heal more things, more traumas. So we feel that it's not time for us to share our light.
Oh, okay. So yes, a beautiful, beautiful question, and it's sometimes where we can get a little stuck. So the first piece is you're always ready to share your light. Like that's a given. Yeah. Um, the other piece is you cannot wait until you're perfect and feel like you're all healed to do good in the world. If that were the case, there would be no no one out there doing anything. So
Yeah.
so the truth is you are ready. That is the essential message. You are ready. Yeah. And if there's any part of you that feels like you're not ready, then hold that little part with deep, deep love and deep compassion and guide it alongside you. Hold that little part's hand and reassure her or him that you are on your path and that you are ready. And it's totally and utterly okay to be yourself. The shadow, the light, the conscious, the unconscious, all of it is welcome. All of it is welcome.
Yeah. Yeah, it brings some kind of relief hearing that. So thank you very much. And also maybe one more question that I have is that when we show up to the world, when we show up to others, um, instead of just being ourselves, we try to show up in a way that we think others wants us to be. And it's like we try to adapt to the expectations of other people. And
Mm.
it can be like, for example, if someone's sharing a message, they try to adapt the message to what others may expect. It's not just share it as it is from the house. I don't know if the idea, if you got the
Yeah, so okay. So there's again, this is me and the guides. There are many aspects to that. So the first one's actually that's dropping in is more around that marketing paradigm, the old marketing paradigm, which
yes,
is like see a need, create a product that meets the need. Um, so you might find yourself shifting what it is that is true to you in order to meet someone else. So to meet what you feel has been asked for in the public domain, in the wider domain. So one of the keys to that, again, is really being strong in your own sense of self. So that's the first piece. The second piece is shifting any of that paradigm of consciousness within you that is pulling you into that, is pulling you into shifting away from who you truly are. Because in essence, when we do that, we are shifting away from the truth of who we are. We're shifting away from what it is that you're here for, what your essential message is, and why and how you operate. The other piece is to identify and really know your zone of genius. So know what it is that you do really well. So Catherine, or Catherine, because it's kind of a combination of me and the guides, um, uh, I'm like I know like my zone of genius is working with groups and individuals to assist you to uplevel your sense of your consciousness and come deeply into the truth of who you are and be comfortable and happy in that place, and then be able to expand from that place, expand your light. So essentially, this is my zone of genius, and it works when I channel most effectively, and then I also with creating sacred architecture. Now, if I was to, so it's knowing that and being willing to claim that space, being willing to say, actually, this is my zone of genius. This is what I do. And no, I don't do readings. I might on your show, I might occasionally kind of say, yeah, I see this, and maybe, but it's not I can do it. Lots of people want it out there. but it's not really my zone of genius. I'm much better off just doing what I do really, 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 really well. And that takes courage. It really does take courage to say no. However, once we do that, or once you really, really, really hone in on what it is your zone of genius and really claim it as yours, because no one else can do what you do as well, or no one else can do it like you, then there is a settling within yourself that creates an inner state of peace, an inner state of confidence, and that enables the heart also to continue to open. So I think more and more and more individuals like yourselves and like your listeners are really are stepping into that, and less are we being pulled into what others want us to do and be. If that answers your question, because it's a
Yes,
really good
yes.
question.
Yeah, it does. Thank you. Thank you very much, Catherine. And also, can we take questions from the audience?
We can absolutely take questions from the
Yeah.
audience. Yeah.
So
And
again,
just to let you
everyone,
know,
yeah. No, no,
I
go
just
ahead.
sort of also, yeah, no, just sort of also just kind of let you know that there are energies running in the background. So as we
Oh,
speak,
okay.
those energies are coming in.
Okay. So again, everyone, if you want to ask a question, you can raise your hand by pressing reactions, then raise hand on Zoom. You can also type your questions on the chat boxes on Zoom and YouTube. And Violet, can you please unmute yourself?
All right. Can you hear me? Let me put some buttons
Uh,
here.
can you try to talk again?
Can you hear me
Yes.
now?
Yes, now it's
Yes?
clear.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Hello, and thank you so much for taking my question. The description, in the email really spoke to me, about visibility and leadership and radiating your natural genius without holding back. I am really noticing that whichever direction or professional path I'm, pursuing, I have tried to pursue, um, I'm kind of looking to follow and, maybe copy others rather than just lead, right? Um, and um, and I really would like to unleash my creativity and share things from my unique perspective, which is oftentimes different from I don't know, maybe mainstream. What's mainstream? And so I feel I'm holding back, um, and so I would like to, I don't know, hear from you, whatever presents your take on it. Right now, I'm pursuing singing. I've had some very, persistent messages or nudges, people telling me left, right, and center that I should go professional and really insisting from all directions. And so I'm really coming up against this same thing, where I just kind of move forward and then I'm like, oh yes, well, no, maybe that's not for me. Kind of doubt, going into doubt, while I know it's really about facing that piece of, leading in it and with it, and just being different, being, whatever it is that I have to share, whichever way I um, feel called to put together shows and things like that, and just, go with that. And whatever else, comes from it. There are different things that I could do, but I'm just kind of not taking action on that um, for this reason. I could do a YouTube channel. I could do, whatever it is. Like there are many different ways I could get creative with it. Um, but I'm kind of, feeling held back for that reason. So whatever you feel called to share is very welcome.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you, Violet. It's a bit of an echo, so I hope that's okay. Tiana Atai. So there's just what's happening is as you were speaking, there was like frequency and energy coming through the central channel for you to support you to release the doubt that you have around this. So that seems to be a big piece that is wanting to shift in your system so that you have the confidence to keep moving forward. So in essence, you're on the right path. You know that our sense from what you've shared is that this is this is a deep desire within you to go professional and to do it in a way that's right for you, to do it in your unique style, that really utilizes your creativity so that the creativity within you doesn't get blocked by other people's requirements or perceptions around how it should be and what it should look like. So as we're speaking, we're bringing in energy to support your system to come into a deeper alignment with your truth. And with that process to release some of the doubt. Now, some of the doubt is in your physical body, and it's in the like at the base of the spine. So while we are in essence pointing this out, and you could almost think like we're helping you release this from your physical body, you may also like to just put a little bit of energy around there and use some of your genius, which is sound and voice. And you can do that in the silence. You can bring frequency through in the silence, or you can do it here, kind of, you know, you can actually use your voice if you want to support your system to release this kind of this. Yeah, it's beautiful. So we'll hold a bit of silence while we work with you as well. As that is releasing, so it is releasing quite easily and quickly, and it is starting to open you up to another level. So there is more that you can. We're going to preface it like there's more, so to speak, but there's a lot also that's released. And what is happening as you release that, it's opening. So we really just kind of giving a how do we put it? Like an efficient opening for you, so that you can keep working with this yourself, keep following it through. And so what's happening, and we're hoping that we're trusting that you can start to sense it, is this is, as you do that and as you do more of it, this is opening up the next level of, how do we say, confidence, and the next platform in which your consciousness is wanting to step into. And that it may open up an actual opportunity in your everyday life.
Right.
Is that making sense?
Yes, totally. Yeah, totally.
And what's your sense of where you're at now as we've done this piece with you?
You mean after the releasing?
So right now.
Yes, I do feel like stepping into the new level or new space, perhaps platform, whatever word. It's hard sometimes to find the right words.
Yeah.
New sphere, or there's no word that matches this. Yes, there is just like so much, to share, and so many things to create. And it's kind of, I am feeling this, opening up. I'm just feeling there is something more, and perhaps it's what you mentioned, there's more to release, right?
It's a combination for you because you're really ready. And it's the creativity, like even as you speak, the energies continue to work with you. So there is like also it's releasing that creativity, allowing that creativity to flow. So the creativity can get, and as you would know this as an artist, that the creativity can get like you need to be creative in order for the creative energy to flow. And
Right, right.
that goes for all of you, like for everyone, like whatever sphere you are in. So it's allowing yourself to be creative and to choose one project. Not don't try and do 10 because again that can, this is the guides and me, it can cause the creativity to get a bit fragmented. So as you do the creative act, as you make those choices and really step in, that will free up the creative energies within you even more.
Right. Just engage with it.
Engage with
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. And this is where like Monsief's beautiful kind of integration of the higher planes and living life really is it's just such a beautiful example of that. So as you do the creative act, as you step in and actually do it, and that frees up the creativity. That is the divine, that is the embodiment of the divine.
Right. Thank you so much. And Catherine, so to keep like releasing, what is the best way to, to do it?
Okay, so you are a singer. Okay. So one of the best ways is when you feel that doubt. I mean, there are many ways. You can work with a practitioner. You can ask that it release into the earth star. You can ask that source consciousness take it. You can do it in meditation. And our sense is that one of your keys is your voice. So
Right.
you may find that simply being with the doubt and asking what is the most aligned vibrational sound that will assist my body to release this doubt in this now moment. And
Right.
then
And
just intuitively working with that.
okay, perfect. Thank you so much for reminding me, by the way, about, sounding, actually using voice for energy shift, because I did it. I used to do it many years ago, but I kind of abandoned it at some point, even forgot about it. So, I've just been singing, songs, but not really using the voice in that way. So thank you. And is it do I focus on the spine, on the base of the spine, for
Um,
releasing the
so
rest?
sorry,
There is,
Violet, if I interrupt, but also if you feel getting to answer, because also we have more other members of our
Yes, of
audience who
course.
want to ask
Yes,
their
yes,
questions.
yeah, the simple question is yes, Violet. But
yes.
keep
Okay.
working with it. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so
Yeah,
much. Thank you.
yeah. Thank you, Violet.
Okay.
Oh, I was
So
muted.
oh,
Thank you so much for this beautiful call. That's from Linda. Going through a stage of such frustration, I want to step forward, but each time I take a step or start to, it's like a giant sits on top of me and squishes all the air and energy right out of me. So excited about living my purpose more fully in my daily life, but she's feeling tired. Um, she feels like
mm,
something outside herself doesn't want her to be open.
okay. So tia na ta ashika aka akane tia. So Linda na ashita ki na atita arana ta ki ashina ki aka akane tia. Ishara na ta ahata tiara na ta ashaki aka akane tia. So first of all, and you don't need to answer this, you can do this in your mind's eye. What is it that you deeply desire to do? What is it that this can, anyone who wants to kind of do this for themselves, we just invite you to do that. Tarana asha tika aka akane tita asha narana aka akane tia. So just releasing any fear na asha taka aka akane tita rana asha ka aka akane tia. Any frustration, tina rana ashaka aka akane tita aka akane tia. across all time, space, and reality. Na asha tika aka aka ne tia asha na tika aka aka ne ti sharana aka aka ne tika aka ne tia. So this, Linda, in particular, this is quite deep work for you. Sharana aka, or what we could call deep work. Na asha tika aka ne tia asha ne tika aka aka ne tita aka, and it possibly stems from childhood. Na asha ki aka aka, as well as past life. Sharana aka aka ne ti sharana aka aka ne tika aka aka ne tika aka. So we're doing a little bit of the work now with you. Sharana aka aka, almost just to give you like a breathing hole. Sharana atirana aki ashatita aka aka ne tita arana ashaka aka, so that you can have the stream of light consciousness from the divine through. Shirana aka akane titara na ashaki aka akane tia shinata aka akane tia aka. And knowing that this feeling is coming up, the sense of frustration as though something is sitting on top of you, the tiredness is coming up because of your deep desire to live your soul's purpose. It is part of the process of you stepping into who it is that you truly are and stepping into this kind of more evolved, shall we say, kind of path of your soul. Tina atiara na ashitaka aka, and though you may have done a lot of work na ashakia aka, often these things do come up at that kind of real transition point as you are transitioning. It's like the soul is calling for like almost a real evolution of consciousness, and part of that process can be this really deep core work that starts to come up. So we're saying do not be disheartened. This is perfect. And keep working with knowing that this is coming. It is coming from early childhood, and it is coming, like you could just work with it at the level of early childhood, and that would provide a lot of relief. So again, just enabling, like as we said, like an ear hole. Tia shatika aka aka ne tita aka aka ne tika ashita aka. And there is or anything that is not aligned, that is in your vibration, like that's in your field, that does not belong to you, just asking that to go. Asking that to go back to the light, or back to the source from which it came. Anything that is not uniquely you or yours, that does not belong to you. It belongs to another time, another dimension. And while we're doing this for Linda, for the group, there are also, and for Linda, there are visibility codes dropping in. So they're like you could call it like yeah, they're visibility codes, like pieces of mana, tiasha ka'ake, around that sense of being comfortable with being visible with who you are. I'm just doing a little bit of some silence with you, Linda, and for anyone else that is that your system is asking to release some frustrations and anything that does not belong to you, that is not uniquely you or yours. So what's happening, Linda, is just to let you know that some of that which is not uniquely you or yours is starting just to step back. It's not stepping right out of your field, but it's stepping back. Okay, and with that, we're just enabling those visibility codes to drop in for each individual as is aligned so that it's particularly tailored to you. So as you become more visible with and authentic, there is a natural up-leveling in your potency. So one of these keys for you, Linda, is to embrace your potency, your own and essential power. And as you claim that potency, that inner power, or empowerment, you can call it, this also will support your system to come into a greater state of grace and ease, and that which is not you, that is not yours, cannot stay in your field in that place. Like it cannot. So again, part of your process, part of what you're deeply desiring to do is to start to feel empowered. Here we go. So Tiana Ashata Kia Hate Yai. So just inviting kind of codes of empowerment again to drop in for each individual in a way that's unique and aligned and tailored for each of you. Okay, so at this point, we'd just like to check in with you, Linda, and if you can either take yourself off mute or type in the chat, like, what's your sense of where you are now? Like, do you have a sense that you've got like a 5% shift, 20%? Well, you may like to say it in words, like, what's your sense of how you're feeling as this process is being ignited within you?
Linda, you can either type it or unmute yourself if you wish. I felt
Beautiful.
bursts of light explode and darkness is leaving.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's beautiful, Linda. So that's the beginning. That's that process. And just we're just going to invite your system to continue to invite in the light and to continue to release the darkness over the next 48 hours. And just give your system a little bit of a boost so that it can continue, and a little bit of an energetic vortex to support your system to do that. And do remember, you can ask light beings and light to support you in this process, and you can also like book a one-on-one call to if you feel like you need more support around this.
Yeah. Thank you, Catherine. And also thank you, Linda, for your question. We will take more questions in a little bit. Just now, I would love if you can tell us about the program you are offering. We have two packages. One is a live workshop or masterclass. It's Step into the Spotlight, and it will happen on April 9 or 10, depending on your time zone. And package B, it's a one-on-one 60 minutes one-on-one alignment transmission session with you, with Thoth and Beings of Light. And then package C is both A plus B. And I invite everyone to visit the link yourdivineuniqueness.com/Catherine, yourdivineuniqueness.com/Catherine, CATHERINE. Or you can click on the special offer button, which is on the live events page, later on the replay page, the link also on YouTube video description, and on the chat boxes on Zoom and YouTube. So, Catherine, I would love if you can tell us about these two packages.
Okay, sure. So what the guides are asking me to do is to give you a little energetic transmission, like 2 minutes, to give you a flavor of what the group is, the group package is about. So tina atai tia akana tia akai. So in your mind's eye, if you wish to receive this, just say yes. Okay, tia tai ina ratata kia ashika aka akane tia akai. So being frightened to be yourself is one of those tia ashika akai ina rana tasha tia aka akane tia isha akai, ways of being that is no longer of service to you or to the Earth Star. So this group transmission, Ashaki Aka Akane Tia, is designed to assist you to release any of those fears of being truly, 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 truly who you are. Tia Aka Akane Tia, and being visible. Tina Ashaka Aka, first to yourself, Na Ashati Aka. So as we're speaking, there's energy coming in. Tia Ashaka Akane Tia, Ashana Ta Aka Akane Tia, first to yourself. Tia Sha Akai. Te ake to your loved ones, to te aka ake to your community, na asha ki aka ake ne tia to your friends, na asha ki na asha ka ake ne ti aka ake to the world, na asha ti aka ake ne ti ta asha na aka ake ne tia. So wherever you are at in that journey, this workshop, this masterclass is tailored to that, to release those fears of visibility. Visibility na asha ti aka ake ne tia aka ake ne tia, so that you come into that essential core of who you are. Tia shaka akane, tia shaka akane, tia, you embrace your light. Tina ashaka akane a, you amplify your light. Na ashaki aka akane tia, to come into a greater state of empowerment or sovereignty with who it is that you truly are as a light being incarnate. Tia ashana aka akane tia, with an open heart. So also the heart, na ashaka aka, opening, na ashaka aka, and you can think about that as na ashaki aka, integrity, na ashati aka aka ne ti asha aka aka ne ti. So you are visible, authentic, true to yourself. Yeah, okay, in alignment with you, who you are, your values, your heart. Ta ake. So we work to release visibility fears and bring in codes of empowerment, of confidence, of feeling at ease, and of opening the heart. Te aka ake ni te ai. And as a quick note, we do have a program, like a month-long program on this starting next week. So if you don't want to wait for the masterclass, which is in April, you can jump into the program, which is next week. So just a quick note.
Wonderful.
Right. Oh, and yeah, fantastic. And the one-on-one session is very much like what we've experienced today when I've been working one-on-one with individuals.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you so much, Catherine. Very grateful to you as always for offering your supports and yeah, so this offer again. So very grateful to you and everyone. I invite you to sign up to one of these 3 packages, and you can find them again on the link yourdivineuniqueness.com/Catherine, yourdivineuniqueness.com/Catherine, CATHERINE. Or you can click on the special offer button, which is on the live events page, later on the replay page. The link also on YouTube video description and on the chat boxes on Zoom and YouTube. Linda Sherrod, bless you. Thank you. I feel the light flowing through like a stream. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So much love and light and gratitude. Thank you, Linda. Let's see. Dima, can you please unmute yourself?
Catherine, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Giving us the time. Thank you for this
Can,
session.
can you please talk closer to the mic?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's better now.
Okay, I'm sorry. My laptop is quite old.
It's okay.
So I have been feeling stuck consistently for the past year, and I think I've been through many traumas in the past year or so, and these have managed to block me at a certain stage, and I was wondering if you can help.
Yes, sure. Tiarana tasa takina teya shenaka kanetia. Yarana taya sheya taya kaya taya narana takia. So the divine mothers are surrounding you. Or many of the divine feminine energy is surrounding you. Tashika akane tiai. Tiara nasha aka akane tiai, to embrace you in a field of love. Tia shanatika aka akane ti she yanarana taya ka akane tia. Sharana taka aka. At this stage in your journey, to receive love, is that step in the evolution of consciousness. that you are requiring. Tia shana kia teya na akai. To feel the love of the divine. Tia ashana ka akai. To be massaged by the divine mothers. Na ashaka akai. To be massaged by the divine. Ashakia tia ta na ashaka akai. To be held in the loving embrace. Na ashakia aka akaneti of all those that love you. Sharanataka ashata akai. For one of Naashakina Akai, one of the things that happens in trauma is the body goes out of alignment. Tia Ashaka Akane, Tia Ashaka Akai, the bumps, the scratches, the bruises, emotional, physical, mental, spiritual, Naashaka Akai, need tender, loving care. You need to be bathed, to be soothed, to be washed in the divine waters of love. Tashanati aka akaneti shakiarana ta aka iya akanetia. Before you try ashaka akai to ask anything more of yourself. Tina ashakai inarana ta iya kayanetita aka akai. For as love will bring in alignment, it will bring in sustenance. It will bring in the divine knowing. Tia ashaka akai that you so deeply seek. Tashana akai ia akanitya. So we wrap you in a blanket of love. Ashanaite, ashanaite tianek. If anyone else whose system is calling for that vibration of love to receive it in this now moment. And as a final piece, receiving from the Earth Star. To assist you to connect and reconnect and feel safe in this plane of reality, or what is often called grounded. Tiara Naite. Senses to allow that to percolate, to allow that to integrate, and to continue to receive the love of the divine. All complete at this point. And just inviting you to just speak into the space, maybe just one or two words of your experience right now.
I felt tingling in my star chakra the whole way.
So just keep embracing that love and allow it to become a way of being for yourself, even more deeply than it already is, because you already have a lot of that inside you.
Thank you, Catherine, for inviting the love.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Dima, for calling in, sending you much love. And also thank you very much, Catherine, for the support. And let's see, we have a phone caller, phone number ending with 358. Can you please unmute yourself?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, my name is Sue. Hi, Monisset. Hi, Catherine.
Hi, Sue.
Hi,
Thank you
Sue.
for taking my call. My question is, I was always a caregiver, independent, and over the last couple of years, I wound up with a physical health challenge that kind of reversed the roles on me, where I need more of the help now. I'm having a problem with the blocking of receiving. I know this is blocking my healing process in order to help me with my physical condition right now. I still have like that, where like stubbornness almost, like when people want to help me, I let them, but I feel I should be doing this myself. Almost like I feel like a burden to them, and I cannot shake this feeling. And then I start going backwards on the healing because of I feel I'm a burden, that it's not right for these other people, that they have to help me at this time. How do I overcome that?
The first piece is knowing that they are separate from you and you're separate from them. So the choices they make are their choices. So if they choose to support you and choose to offer their assistance, that is your choice. So the first piece is to take yourself out of their world. So yeah. So that's the first piece. So we call that right relationship, which is coming into right relationship with yourself and with others around you. So yeah, they are not your responsibility. And where it's coming from inside them, like their offering of assistance is again totally their responsibility, and how it affects them is totally their responsibility. So that's the first piece. The second piece is to start to, again, like you've named it, to be willing to receive, to know that this health challenge is bringing all of this up inside you, and that again, it's likely to come from early childhood or past life experiences, but it's triggering something inside you that is asking to be shifted. And the thing that's asking to be shifted most deeply is opening your heart to receiving the love of others. So the piece that we did earlier with Dina, where we brought in that love and the divine love that did come in for each and every individual. So again, it's like there's a little blanket of love coming down for you, and to start to be willing to take that love in. That it's okay to be loved. It really, really is safe to be loved. And there's likely, like we can see it, there's things in there where, like when you received love as a child, it came with conditions. It wasn't necessarily, it wasn't so straightforward. So it became easier for you to give out, to love, to support others. But in essence, for yourself, it might have been coming from a place inside you where there was still like a deep desire to be truly loved for truly who you are. So it is that kind of piece of, okay, now it's my turn, and really it is about opening to feeling safe to receive love. So that's the second piece. And as you allow others in, as you allow others to do those little things for you, those big things for you in whatever way, that will start to unlock within you that sense of safety that, hey, actually, this is actually really aligned. It feels really good. It's okay. People care about me. People love me. People want to support me. And that will start to unlock some of those blocks inside your heart. So this is where kind of living starts to bring in the divine, as opposed to bringing in the divine and then being able to live. So it depends where you are. which one is going to be most aligned. And it shifts. It's like it's always shifting. Sometimes living actually is the way to unlock, and sometimes doing a session is the way to unlock. Is that making sense? So in this case, it's just giving you information is the piece you're needing.
Okay, and that makes total sense, because right now I'm in the room here and it is just beautiful reddish pink. The whole room is just like a violet reddish pink. It's a beautiful color.
Ah, that's beautiful.
And it
That's
feels
beautiful.
warm and comforting.
Beautiful. That's really, really
Wow.
perfect. That's beautiful. Wonderful. I'm really pleased.
Well, thank you. You gave me that important piece. I just have to allow to receive, and it's okay.
Yeah.
And that comes from childhood. I could not show my feelings. I couldn't show love because I was like the lovey-dovey person, huggy, kissy. My parents weren't. What are you hugging me and kissing me for? And as you brought that up, it was like, ooh, okay, now I get the connection. So I always gave it out, but I never got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's where the piece comes. And you're right. From childhood, you were right. It just came in front of me, like I had to face it. But it wasn't my fault.
No.
I didn't do nothing wrong. And now I'm hearing that. It's not your fault, though. That's just who they were.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I mean, that really helped a lot, more than you'll know. And I appreciate it. And blessings to both you and Monaset for taking my call and helping me heal.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much, Sue. Much love.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. And also thank you very much, Catherine, for the support. And Linda, she asked, are the private sessions recorded?
Yes, the private sessions are recorded. You receive the recording. Yeah. Absolutely. So you can listen to it again and again and get more out of it as you listen each time.
Beautiful. And a comment on YouTube from Elena. This is a place of brave souls. Thank you, and happy spring from Scandinavia. Thank you, Elena. Can we take more questions?
Sure. Yeah, I can see lots of hands.
Yeah. Kate, can you please unmute yourself? Kate? Okay, we will come back to you. Let's go to Miriam. Miriam, can you please unmute yourself? Yeah.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, good. Hi, and thank you so much for taking me into this experience. I definitely resonate with needing to be bathed in the divine love. I also went through major trauma, a really bad car accident, and have a lot of injuries, a lot of nerve pain, and find myself needing help from others, as the last caller mentioned, to receive, and being with family, elderly parents that aren't well at all. So it's a very intense environment, and I can't drive, a lot of restrictions, and doing my best to heal and also expand, still find my way to come into the fullness of my capacity. But I'm wondering if there's anything you see that you could help me with, especially with the nerve pain and the range of motion restriction, because I've done a lot to try to help this and it hasn't shifted yet.
How long have you had the nerve pain?
For 9 months now.
Okay. All right.
Like my nervous system felt overwhelmed way before this, since COVID, but the pain came once the accident happened and they had to do emergency surgery. But there were lots of bones out of place and muscle ways that the nerves were getting pinched, I guess.
And are they still being pinched?
I said there's lots of ways they're getting pinched, like inflammation,
okay.
scar tissue, bones that are, and muscles that are really tight or not in, bones that aren't in the right place. So the alignment is off too.
Yeah, okay. So there is, so we're working with you as we're speaking. So there is, like, there's a lot, there's, your body's requiring alignment. So as we're speaking, we're working with kind of doing some alignment with you. And that alignment is in your, like, it's in the nervous system. So that the nervous system starts to calm down. Because what happens in trauma and shock is the nervous system, as you would know, our senses goes into, you know, fight, flight, or freeze, essentially. And then what can happen is it can keep running that movie, or it can keep running on that when you know, long past the accident or the trauma has happened. So sometimes what's actually required is for the nervous system to be like just to calm it down, to know that you're now safe. Okay, and that you are healing and that you will heal, that the nerve pain will stop, and it can stop like today, even if nerves are being pinched, it can still, you can actually still have a calm nervous system that then naturally reduces the experience of pain. So there is a whole body of science around this, which is quite interesting. And also your body is asking for alignment to support that. So there's a kind of a number of different things happening. And also the other piece that's coming through for you is like give yourself, like you're, they're saying give yourself a break. Like be really, really gentle on yourself because you do a lot. There we go. That's kind of like an information piece coming through. So if that resonates, take it. If it doesn't, then just put it to the side. There we go. So what we're working with is we put it like working to allow the energy flow through the nervous system to be kind of almost amplified, a little bit like what you might get in an acupuncture session. So, as we're speaking, we're working specifically with your physical body to support it to come into a greater state of alignment and just asking the nervous system to calm down. And one of the ways that you can support your nervous system to calm down is Tina atai shikai iana rana ta ashika aka aka ne tita aka. So in your mind's eye, Tirana ashika aka aka ne tita rana ashika aka aka ne ti aka aka ne ti. Bring in those memories, Nashatara, Aka, Aka, Netia, that vibration of love, and those memories where you were healthy and, you know, prior to, like almost, okay, so okay, there's a lot of other stuff coming through, but so prior to the accident or prior to being stressed through COVID, and so some of this is also coming from the experience through COVID that you mentioned. So just allowing that also to release. Yes, would you like to say? Yeah.
Well, to be honest, when you asked me, you know, remembering what health felt like, I mean, I've had chronic debilitating health challenges almost my entire life. Started when I was probably 12 or somewhere, a very young age. And then more of I was aware of it, but I still had whatever youthful energy and hormones to kind of push through and cheat until I couldn't anymore. And then I became bedridden and I went into a coma. So there was a lot going on before the accident. I couldn't quit losing weight. So that's one of the reasons the accident is taking longer in my recovery process, because I went into it very weak.
Okay, yeah, so this is making a lot of sense, and I think that's why more as the guides are working with you, they're showing, you know, there's more and more arising to actually to work with. So our senses and the guides are saying this is probably deeper work than we can do in this call. However, there's like an opening that started to happen for your nervous system and a realignment of your physical body. The other piece that you may want to look at is there's a book called The Biology of Belief by Bruce Lipton. I don't know if you've heard of it, but you may find that useful.
No, that's awesome. I've been working with beliefs, inner child, lots of things during this recovery time. So, but you're right on track. The nerves are hypersensitive to like touch, even clothes, water running over them, vibration in a car, in every way. That wasn't going on before the accident, but so the calming is definitely needed. And I do believe when they're no longer on hyper alert, that would help with the pain for sure.
It would help with the pain for sure. And you can also do this by every time, you can do this a little bit with your mind as well, which is where that book will be really useful if you do choose to read it.
You can do what with my mind?
Well, there's a whole process that you can start to address this just a little bit with like when you feel the pain, like feel it, but don't. Yeah, and then refocus on something positive, if that makes sense. It just supports the nervous system to break some of that, and patterning to help calm it down, essentially. And breathing, doing meditation and breath work. Yeah, it's another really, really good tool. And there are other really good tools out there as well. So again, if you want to go deeper, like we're really happy to go deeper in a one-on-one call, or the work that you're doing already, just keep, you're on track essentially. But it is quite a lot. It's much deeper work that we can really do in this call today.
Well, I appreciate your encouragement that it will heal, because I have tried a lot of therapies that so far I couldn't do. They were too much for my system. And so I hadn't turned that corner yet to have any reinforcement that this is actually going to get better, instead of it's just been getting a little worse over time.
Yeah, no, it can get better. And I think that's part of the key too, is believing that. And I've just put in the chat the name of the book, The Biology of Belief by Bruce Lipton.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you so much, Miriam. And also thank you so much, Catherine, for the support.
It's a pleasure.
And we have a question from Elena on YouTube. Can you see if I have cleared cords to a neighbor who had a car accident and addiction to painkillers? She is not herself. Before I believed I should help everyone.
Would you mind repeating that question? I missed the beginning of it.
Can you see if I have cleared cords to a neighbor who had a car accident and addiction to painkillers? And she believed that she needed to help everyone before.
And what is the name of this person who's typed it in?
Elena,
it's okay
can you
if the
write?
name. It's okay if you haven't. That's fine.
Because there is a delay between Zoom and YouTube.
That's fine. That's totally fine. One sec. Yeah. Okay. So Tina Atata Akai. So have you cleared the cords? So yes, you've cleared the cords. Tia Asha Tia Aka Akane Ti. So yes, you've definitely cleared the cords. Na Asha Tia Aka Akane Tita Asha Na Aka Akane Ti. And you are stepping back from this person, Na Asha Ka Aka Akane Ti, to look after yourself, to create divine space for yourself that is yours and yours alone. Asha ka aka akane tita, asha ka aka akane tia, and just ask energetically that they do not enter your space in any way. Tina asha ka aka akane tia ka, that you are totally 100% entitled to your own space. Ta na aka akane tia asha, and shall we say, use the word fully protected in your own environment. Tia ashana aka aka ni tia ashana aka, and we wish you much love. Tia aka aka aka, and we encourage you to continue to nurture yourself by holding boundaries in the way that you are. Tia aka aka ni tia, with much love. Tia aka aka ni tia.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you, Catherine, and also thank you, Elena, for your question. Let's go back to Kate. She wrote, my question is about tinnitus. I have tried many things and the ringing has never lessened. It is mainly in my left ear. Thank you.
Wow, this is amazing. I'm just noticing the theme in this group is is long-term health challenges. So, okay, I'm just going to do like for you, Kate, and also for anyone else that is listening and feels aligned, I'm going to just invite the guys to bring in a general channeling around health issues, and we will specifically address your question, Kate. So any health challenges that you may be experiencing that are long-term, that are chronic, are part of your soul path to enable you to step into the light. As you step into the light and focus on stepping into the light and amplifying your light, that would enable those health challenges to drop away, to slip away. So one of the cycles that the physical mind can get into is focusing on that which is not going well. So what we would encourage you to do is in each and every now moment to focus on that which is going well. And whenever your system is drawn to that which is long-term and chronic, to draw it back to that which is going well. And that is the way that you reprogram your system, your innate kind of neural pathways to become realigned to natural health. For what becomes chronic because it has been focused on too much. So that is a really blunt channeling. And so take it with an open heart and love. So you have done nothing wrong. This is a new learning. It's a new learning for many, 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 many individuals on the Earth star. It's a general message of like focus on that which is going well. So tina ata aka aka ne ti tinnitus na asha ki aka aka ne ti aka. Some of these health challenges also have underlying emotional, should we just call them a kind of emotional and mental and spiritual kind of really deep issues that are wanting to be up leveled. So we're not denying that. We're simply giving you a little tool that will also support the process. Tina ashaka aka aka ne ti aka. So this constant pain in the ear is driving you insane. We can see that. Tina ashaka aka aka ne ti tarana ashaka aka aka ne ti tarana aka aka ne tia ishaka aka aka ne tia. It does come from a past life. Tia ashaka aka aka ne tia, where you were literally driven insane. Tia ashana rana aka by dripping water. Na ashakina arana ti aka aka ne tia. So just asking that past life. Tina ashaki aka aka ne ti asha aka to clear across all time, space, and reality. Na ashakina atina atata asa na aka ne tita aka ia arana ta ashaki aka ne ti. Rana ashapayana ahatayana taishina arakina araka ashakina rana tita aka ne tita aka ne ti ashaka. So also part of what happens and has happened for you is that Shina ashaki aka inarana ashaka aka. So I'm just asking anywhere where the brain is focusing so much on the sound that it's almost like amplifying the issue. So this is a double process. Na ashatita aka aka ne tita aka. So just clearing that past life. Na ashati aka aka ne tia. So again, this is like we're touching in on here. We're giving you like the first piece to just start to get some sense of relief from this. There's a lot of light being stepping in also to support the process within your third eye, within that brain area, within the ear. So one of the messages that's also coming through, and we know this is challenging, but to focus on the beautiful sounds that you can hear. Almost the sound of the light. So this is clearing. Like there is stuff, there is things clearing physically from your ear as well. Okay, so again, just due to the nature of this call, we will complete there, and just ask that that continues over the next 48 hours. And also just to let you know, this is part of the process of you incarnating more of your divine essence, more of your light, more of those pieces and those aspects of yourself that may have been fragmented at some point, like separated from you. There we go. So as we incarnate, sometimes we don't incarnate all of us. Like when we're born, sometimes not all of us comes onto the earth star. So part of our life, part of our journey, part of your journey through life is bringing all those pieces back together so that your soul is whole again. And so that's partly what this is also about for you, is giving you kind of a way to do that through this experience. So we have a sense that that piece of information is also helping settle your system, which is then helping that which you are experiencing, the tinnitus. There we go. Okay. So again, that is the beginning of a process. And you may just like to say one or two words just as a reflection on where you're at now.
Yes, Shiraz, thank you. That was deep. Heavy feeling in my diaphragm. Yeah. Thank you, Kate, and thank you very much, Catherine, for the support. Elena, she also wrote, thank you, feel like dancing.
Oh,
yeah, so yeah, we already reached the 90 minutes. So thank you so much, Catherine.
Absolute pleasure.
Yeah, so grateful to you. Thank you for all the support you offer to our audience, for the information, the encouragements, and the energy that you brought here today. So very grateful to you. So thank you.
It's an absolute pleasure, Monsieur. A real pleasure to be here. And yeah, towards the end, I was really struck by the theme that was coming through with the group. So blessings to all of you, because you know, those are challenging things to be walking this planet, this Earth star with. So much love.
Yeah, thank you. And Dimasharot, thank you, Catherine, so much. Linda, this has been such a wonderful call. Thank you so much. Love and light to all. Elena, thank you, Catherine. Yeah, and Telechi, wonderful. So yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for sharing with us this space today, for co-creating with us this experience. So grateful to every one of you, whether you joined live or on replay. And again, I invite you to visit the page and sign up for one of the packages that Catherine is offering to us. And the link is yourdivineuniqueness.com/Catherine, yourdivineuniqueness.com/Catherine, CATHERINE. Or you can click on the special offer button, which is on the live events page, later on the replay page. The link also on YouTube video description and on the chat boxes on Zoom and YouTube. And package A includes live 90 minutes masterclass plus recording, which is about stepping into the spotlights. Package B, it's a one-on-one private session, 60 minutes. It's alignment transmission session with Catherine, Thoth, and Beings of Light. And package C includes both A and B. And yeah, so with that, everyone, I'm sending you so much love, and I will see you on the next call. Bye-bye, everyone.